Yo, homie, yo, Prolifictmedium here. You guys know I call y'all celebrities because everybody is a celebrity in their own way. Not like we're trying to be somebody's celebrity or anything like that. But you may be a local celebrity where everybody gravitates to you, flock to you because of your energy. You know, the energy of you. Or they're nosy on some of my precious stuff because they want to be you. Okay? So, this morning, I had a very interesting dream. Like, I'm literally just had to get this out because I'm like, okay, let me get this out before I end up forgetting. So, in my dream, my grandpa Poppy, he was in my dream, and I haven't dreamt of my grandpa Poppy at all. This would be like my first time dreaming of him since he's passed on. And this was like the first time that I've had my biological, well, my father, I should say, because I don't, that's a whole nother other topic anyways. But this is the first time that I've had him in my dream. And it started off where, I was with my mom, my grandmother, my daughter. It didn't have my son necessarily in the dream, but, and it had my grandpa and my dad. Now, my grandpa, he was basically taking a nap on the couch, and I kept on telling my daughter, be quiet. Grandpa Poppy is sleeping. You're going to wake him up. And she was steady, like, being very, just not listening, And I was, like, looking at my dad out of the window, and I heard, like, this person come up in a blue truck. It was like a pickup truck with a red strip down the front. And he was like, banging his music or whatever. And I saw my dad basically, partake in a drug deal. So he was basically buying drugs from this person, right? And it threw me off. And my dad, he didn't notice that I was looking out the window, and he looked at me and he smiled, and it was like a I'm caught type of smile, So my dream, it went to that, and then it switched to another scene to where, like, I was in the house, and my kid's father, which I haven't dreamt about him in a while either, so that was kind of weird. It was just a lot of people in my dream that I haven't dreamt about nor seen in a while. And he basically wanted me to, like, walk with him somewhere, and we're outside or whatever. Mind you, my mother, she had left and went with my aunt, and they went off somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but with my sister, because my sister was in my dream as well. So I'm walking with my child's father. Now, mind you, it's kind of chilly outside, but I'm not getting like a American vibe. We wasn't in America. We were somewhere else, like in a different kind of country, because of the setup of the house. It wasn't like a Americanized type of house. It was like it was nice on the inside, but the outside was real like dirt roadish, muddy, not set up like American streets or anything like that. And so I'm walking with him or whatever, and he's like doing a drug deal again to someone. I'm like, what the hell? Why do I keep on seeing these dang drug deals, And so there was a group of police. They didn't look like they were police. They were undercover. They were dressed in like beaters, and they had this freaking canine that was with them, and he's just running up. It was like, it was weird. It was weird. And my baby father in my dream was trying to like stuff the stuff in my pocket, but he couldn't get to my pocket because I was wrapped up in the blanket. So that I took that as like protection over me, Just hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. So we get to running or whatever. The dog runs up to the baby father, and he puts his hands up. The dog sat there, but they let him go. Right? But then they come towards me and basically try to talk to me and was like, oh, well, who are you and where's you from and all of this and all of that. And I'm like, I don't even know that person. I just met that person, because they were trying to get information out of me. And they were like, oh, give me your phone number. And I'm like, no, I don't, I'm not going to give you my information. There's no need for me to give you my information. And I was like, I don't even have a whatever this number is. I'm like, I have a out of, an American number. They were like, oh, that's okay. You can still give it to us. And I'm like, no, thank you. You have a nice day. So I kept on going because I felt like there was no need for me to stay and, chit chat with them. So that was that. So as I'm walking back to my house, I'm steady seeing them follow me because at this point they're on like bikes. And so I get back to my home, but I went one way. I didn't go the other way in order to like kind of throw them off. But they ended up going next to the gas station and, talking to the people at the gas station, which was like right, like about a house away from my house where I lived. So basically you could see through the yards in the backyard of where I was going to, because I didn't go through the front door because I was trying to like, throw them off of where I was going or where I lived because I felt like it was none of their business so they wouldn't harass us. And as soon as I got into the house or whatever, I tried locking the back latch on the back door, and for some reason it was taking forever. Like in those dreams where you're trying to hurry up, but for some reason it was taking for freaking ever. And I opened it up in order to see what was going on with the latch, and then here it is, the same freaking cop that's looking like he was like a this color person with some not so great looking teeth, and he looked real dirty, and he just was, like, oh, why are you trying to go in the house so fast? That's how he sound. Why are you trying to go in the house so fast? And I'm like, why are you following me? I'm like, why are you by my house? Get away, And we had like a little bit of a tussle because he was trying to like hurt me because he thought nobody was at home and that I was there by myself. And then my grandmother came out and, was trying to protect me. But at this point, I'm trying to protect her because, nobody else is at home. My father and my grandfather was gone. So it's just us two in the house. And I didn't know that my father or grandfather was gone until my grandma was like, no, because I was like, where's my dad? Where's grandma? Grandpa? And she was like, oh, no, they left. Nobody's home. No. So I'm like, what in the world? So, and like it stops from us, and then it like I could see my mom and my aunt and my freaking sister, but my mom in the dream was Queen Latifah. My aunt was what was that lady name? What is that lady? Not Nia Long, but the one from Cosby Show. Oh yeah, yikes. The one that played oh gosh, I can't remember. Rudy. I think it's Rudy. Yeah. So her as an adult, but she was a officer, in my dream. So basically my aunt was like an officer in my dream. And I was sitting there thinking like, oh, I wish my aunt was here so that she can get these people's, she was like a black officer in this foreign country where we lived. And my sister and them, they were like on this mission because, quote unquote, because my mother liked one of the officers and my aunt was trying to hook her up. They were just on a very, happy-go-lucky mission or whatever I should say, because that's how it was in my dream. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say this, right? There is a bunch of corrupt cops in a community that is targeting innocent people. They are basically planting drugs on people. They are having, like, say for example, people in their household try to turn against them to plant drugs on innocent people is what I'm picking up on. But with the blanket, like what I was saying is that I was wrapped up in my blanket and my baby father wasn't able to plant anything on me. Yeah, you're very much so covered, most definitely. You have an ancestor, because my grandpa Poppy being in my dream and he's passed on, that was like another form of protection, And then you have I would say, with my father buying the drugs or whatever, and my baby father being the corrupt person in my dream as well, I would say that those are the two, family members that you have to look out for, because there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to be up against you. You may be the breadwinner of the family. You might have a very great job. You might have something like really successful going for yourself, and someone is trying to destroy it. There is a community of police officers that are trying to, well, I'm not going to say police officer, I'll say law officials that are trying to destroy it as well. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to get to unlock a different level of success, is what I'm picking up on. Most definitely. And I don't know why Spirit wanted me to show you this elephant, but good fortune, good luck. You have a lot of good fortune and good luck in your path, okay? So just know that you are protected with this 1101 on the phone. Somebody may need to look up that 111, because I've been picking up 111, 1111, 888, and 777, and 555. You guys know that 555 brings change. Most definitely. So just know that whatever these officials that are corrupted in this community or village, wherever you live, because I'm picking up a rural area, this could be, America, or this could be somewhere overseas. I'm not too sure. I'm just telling you guys what I saw in my dream, okay? And what I experienced in my dream. But with that little tussle that you may have with one of these people, that's just basically the devil or that negative energy trying to, succumb you. But you're gonna withstand it, and you're gonna come out, on top. All right. So that's just a quick look message on this Sunday. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and peace out.